UNESCO is a sub-organization of the United Nations. Julian Huxley is the former director of UNESCO. He was Humanist of the Year. He's a theistic philosopher, member of the Communistic Colonial Bureau of British Fabian Society, and signer of the Humanist Manifesto too. Niebuhr is UNESCO's co-founder, and he signed CIECOS. What is CIECOS? These are the founders. It is the position of CIECOS that contraceptive services should be available to all, including minors, who should enjoy the same rights of free and independent access to contraceptive care as do others. It is the position of CIECOS that the use of explicit sexual material, sometimes referred to as pornography, can serve a variety of important needs in the lives of countless individuals. Under Huxley's guidance, they prepared a guide for teachers. Now, I would like the parents to take a note. What is the United Nations Guidebook for Teachers? In the classroom with children under 13 years of age, before the child enters school, his mind has already been profoundly marked, often injuriously by earlier influences, first gained, however dimly, in the home. So UNESCO's aim is to change the mindset of your children, to turn it against any values that the parents might instill in the mind of that child. On page 8, the teacher is told, the kindergarten or infant school has a significant part to play in the child's education.
Now we have sex ed in kindergarten. This week, hundreds of outraged parents showed up at a school board meeting in Helena, Montana, carrying signs upset about the school district's plans for a new sex ed curriculum. Again, starting with kids as young as 5, teaching them about body parts, proper terms. Here's a few of them: penis, vagina, nipples, testicles. For a 5-year-old, and you move on to 1st grade, taught about same-sex love. 5th grade, options for sex, including anal penetration. That's a 10-year-old.
Guess when kids go to school in England? Age 3.
And on the phone, a parent in the district, Brian Ackerman, has 3 young daughters. What, a 1st grader, 3rd grader? You're going to have a kindergartner next year. Brian, your reaction to think that your little girls might be taught this, especially your youngest, who's going to be a kindergartner soon?
You know, right now my reaction, Mike, is I guess it's the lack of somebody that stepped up and said the age appropriateness of this has been established by X, and X's qualifications are. More so right now, it seems that the material has been introduced, and the people that brought the curriculum together as a group decided, well, at this point it's age appropriate, and we really haven't seen where that age appropriateness comes from. You know, what's the impetus, what's the driving factor, who decides this, when did they decide it, and how did they decide it?
Right. Well, let's ask Dr. Bruce Messinger. Bruce, seems to be a big question here. Who's deciding age appropriateness? Did you have parents involved as you were putting together this curriculum?
Our process was that, as a part of the revamping of the curriculum, is that we looked at what we had in place presently, looked at our practices within the district, and we also looked at national guidelines, national health standards, looked at the guidelines for sexual education, which were developed by a diverse set of organizations, and also looked at the American Academy of Pediatrics advice they would give on what would be age or developmentally appropriate to be introduced to children at different stages from elementary through middle school and high school. So we took guidance from that, as well as committee members that were pretty representative. Some included parents, yes. Okay,
Brian, there was the answer for you. A lot of different sources. Is that good enough for you, or not specific enough?
Right now it's not specific enough.
Okay.
I would like to see someone at some point step up and say,